the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And coming up in just a bit, tip-off.
The lights of downtown Oakland reflecting off the service of Lake Merritt tonight. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Glad you're here with us tonight for this Monday night presentation. And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline in our hall.
Well, guys,
DA, thank you. And by the way, you're in the Hall of Fame. Doors when the light finally goes on for a young guy, so fun to watch. Younger players who've got all the talent and all the world right in front of them, but yet haven't put it all together just quite yet.
It's amazing to me how quickly we can give up on a young guy who maybe doesn't find success right out of the gate. But the reality is you have to remember, player development is the lifeblood of this league, maybe now more than ever with the current state of the salary cap. So a little patience as a fan base goes a long, long way.
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Chris down low with Ayton. Knight and Booker are the guards. And it's Warren in at the 3. Outside Knight. Pass to Warren. And there's the call on Curry. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Knight, now off the inbound, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, things could not have been worse for the Phoenix Suns a year ago. They were the worst offense and the worst defense in the NBA. Boy, you guys talk about struggling, that's the very definition.
First free throw is good. And you look at the stats for the Suns last season, Doris, not many bright spots.
Right, Kevin, I think this is an organization that throws the stats out. They are looking at building from the ground up. There are so many areas to address. The first is the acquisition of great NBA talent.
Curry kicks to Bell. Thompson left side. Back to Durant. From deep. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
Well, Kevin Durant, even with a defender draped all over him, he still looks comfortable, doesn't he?
Hooker the pass to Ayton. There's a screen by Chris. Ayton sets the pick for Booker. Poked away to the paint. Bell with the block. On the wing, Thompson. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Well, the IQ is just off the charts for Steph Curry. He senses when the defense has left someone open, and I guarantee you he will put it on time and on target.
And there's the call on Curry. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Already his second foul. He's in danger of getting into serious foul trouble early in this game.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Jerebko's checked in for Jordan Bell. Iguodala comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. They get a hand on it. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Livingston, that's good. Livingston's got his first 2 points.
Boy, 4 for 4 to get things started. Must have been a good shoot-around this morning.
It's stolen by Jones. Livingston, that's good.
Oh, great ball movement there.
They need to stop this run.
You know what, Kev? I think it's time to switch some things up, either by going to your bench or with a different look defensively to disrupt their rhythm.
Knocked away. Iguodala with the steal. Here's Jerebko. And then Jerebko with the dunk.
Iguodala, such a great defender, uses that wingspan to rip the basketball away from the opponent. Nice.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. Andre Iguodala had some versatility coming into the league, but Doris, he's now developed into the ultimate chameleon.
Well, Steve Kerr calls Andre Iguodala maybe the smartest player he's ever coached. And think about since he's entered the league, he's become stronger and a more consistent shooter. He understands exactly what the team needs moment to moment. This guy's completely unselfish, makes the right plays. I mean, this guy is a perfect player for any system.
The Warriors making a switch here. Cook's checked in. Trevor Ariza's checked in for the Suns. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. Plenty of daylight on that shot.
And that's an important basket there. The game was in danger of getting away from him here early if they let that run go on much longer.
Here's Iguodala, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Suns trail by 10. Booker outside. He kicks it to Knight. There's a screen by Chris. A shot by Knight, no good.
He does the hard part, gets through the defense all the way to the rim. I thought the finish would be the easy part.
Count that bucket.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Passes it to Chris. There's the screen. It's stolen by Livingston. And now it's Livingston running. He can go all the way. Throws down the breakaway jam.
This is where the length of Sean Livingston on the defensive end is a problem for the offense. This guy's so capable of making game-changing plays.
Knight gets to Ariza. Ayton dishes to Booker, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Booker's got his first points of the night.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction and the obvious result.
You simply can't give him that. You have to fight through the screen and at least get a hand in the face of the shooter.
Some changes for Golden State. Bell is checked in for Jones, and Durant subbed in for Jerebko. And for the Suns, Richaun Holmes, he's checked in for 8. And Josh Jackson subbed in for Chris.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Knocked loose. Livingston passes to Cook. And count it, and a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Booker. The Warriors shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And take a look back at last season, and what a season it was for them from the free throw line. 82% as a group.
And stolen by Knight. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Bell. And here's the fast break. Durant leading the way. Bell's shot is good.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Knocks it loose. Knight wide open, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
So good on the catch and shoot. You don't want to let Knight get dialed in from behind the arc.
Iguodala kicks to Durant. Teardrop shot, and oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
And they make sure to get the last shot of the quarter there. Nicely done.
Well, that's outstanding execution, Greg. You always want to get the last shot of the quarter, which is precisely what they did there.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We've got more.
He just gets it. You know, you get around people.
And Steve Kerr has seen it all on the basketball court. In a worldly perspective, Greg, off of it, he's not going to become a prisoner of the moment.
Keeping the right perspective really so important. You see why guys like KD love playing for him.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And guys, we've seen the Warriors really take control here.
I mean, they're winning the turnover battle, and oftentimes that can swing things your way.
Well, you really like the activity on the defensive end. Outstanding jumping into passing lanes and coming up with steals.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Suns. They've got Trevor Ariza, Chandler out there with Holmes. Then it's Josh Jackson, and it's Knight in at the 1. And Durant sends it back. Holmes, good. Warriors leading by 17. Curry is inside. He's guarded by Knight. Back to Curry. Takes a 3. Drills the three-pointer. Curry's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. With college basketball expanding the three-point arc out to FIBA range, Doris, does that set the table, you think, for the NBA to move its arc, their three-point shooting line, out as well?
I think one of the things that I would like to see, Kevin, is a more unified game across countries, right? We've talked about the NBA and basketball in particular becoming a more global game. I think one thing that I'd really love to see at the lower levels of basketball in the formative stages is young players have to play with a shot clock, because what that forces those players to do is be three-tool players under duress. Shot. So I think the more we can normalize a set of international rules, the better basketball is going to be long term.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just
Rebko's checked in for Cook. And let's take a moment to honor the Western Conference Player of the Week, Stephen Curry.
And you can see how valuable he is to the team with the amount of offense that he generates. Rarely is there a bucket where he didn't have a hand in creating it.
Warriors leading by 18. Jackson against Thompson. Pass to Holmes. Kicks to Knight. Now the Warriors moving it up. Curry leading the charge.
Well, don't let the pretty stroke fool you. Thompson will throw it down every now and again. You've got to keep him out of the paint.
Suns trail by 20.
Well, Steph Curry, widely regarded as the best shooter in the history of the game. He's been so successful playing point guard in the NBA at times. I think we forget that he transitioned from playing shooting guard in his younger days.
Durant kicks to Thompson. The basket good off the assist from Durant. And that's now 6 points for Klay Thompson.
Well, Thompson is so great at sprinting up the floor, exceptional at getting to the right spot.
And there's the call on Durant. That's his first foul. You know, Greg, a lot of players can't make that switch from shooting guard to point guard. You've got to give Steph a lot of credit.
He's worked tirelessly. I mean, we've all seen those pregame ball handling drills. He's still prone to a careless turnover or two, but on the plus side, he rebounds like a shooting guard. And today's point guards are expected to score much more than in days past.
Golden State on D. Now Ayton. 11 points for him in that last game against Denver. Clock at 4. Here's Warren, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Kevin Durant.
And remember, T.J. Warren, he averaged 25 a game his second season at NC State. You want to know his role in the NBA? It's quite simple, a professional scorer.
And with Warren, with kind of an old school approach, Greg, very active with his mid-range game.
And this guy can get buckets around that rim. As he stretches his range, I think he'll only get more and more dangerous. Pretty early to be over the limit. That foul situation is something we want to keep an eye on.
Well, Steve Kerr has talked about the emotional and spiritual fatigue that can set in for a Warriors team that has now played in 4 straight finals. And remember, Steve Kerr knows a thing or two about this from his years with the Chicago Bulls. They simply have to fight through it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Damian Jones is checked in for Bell. Iguodala comes in for Kevin Durant. McCaw, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Here's Ayton. He can't hit that time. So Golden State will take it the other way. They'll Coach Steve Kerr looks to give his players breaks. Doors getting away from the game, what he calls filling their cup.
Well, I think, Kevin, it's mentally taxing, battling 10 months a year over and over again. And Steve is emphasizing it's important to have time away from basketball to recharge a bit.
Now the Warriors moving it up. Here's Iguodala, and count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Kevon Looney is checked in for the Warriors. Stephen Curry comes in for Sean Livingston.
Well, I think the veteran and championship experience of Andre Iguodala is critical. This guy is a versatile forward who is well known for being a defensive stopper.
Shot to stop the run, and so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And what a summer it was for the Suns. Landed the top pick in the draft, taking Ayton, and brought in some talent through free agency as well. Booker signing that extension solidified a very productive summer for the Suns. Having 2 young players that complement each other so well is huge for an up-and-coming team like the Suns.
A three-pointer is right on target. Curry's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Warriors. There's the pass to Chris. Curry brings the double. It's tipped. Now the Warriors moving it up. Curry's got the ball, and Jones hands it home.
Keeping the pressure on and starting to pad this lead around the halfway point.
Yeah, seems like they're starting to pull away a bit right now. They just look a little faster and a little hungrier than the opposition right now.
And it's good, 2 points. Booker's got his second bucket.
Very rare for a guy to enter the league with such a polished mid-range shot. Booker, so impressive.
And Curry has it in the corner. 20 seconds left here in the second. Traps in the tray. Curry's got 9.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Okobo. AT that time from Curry.
Now, that's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
No, exactly, Greg. Especially when the ball is that deep inside. You've got to respect how he altered that shot.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors way out in front. Their lead at 38 points as we close out the quarter. They've had active hands in a 4. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, Hoop fans. It was all about Golden State as the game got going, showing tremendous urgency and a ton of energy. They got out on a masterful 13-2 run to start out. They came on extremely strong as the quarter was winding down, nailing all 6 of their last. And that
As we return to the action here at Oracle, a terrific look from above at downtown Oakland and the historic Tribune Tower. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. Andre Iguodala has been sensational.
Yeah, the kind of leadership he provides, the pinpoint passing, we saw it all there on display in that first half.
And Greg, you know this, having played the point guard position. He's been excellent at cutting apart the defense with both his passing and his playmaking thus far.
Thompson and Durant, the deadly shooting wing pair. Bell is out there with Jones, and it's Curry in at the 1 spot. That's the Warriors' 5. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
And with the moment, let's check out some stats for Thompson. A very nice season for him last year. He averaged about 20 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And for any other player putting up those numbers, we'd say they were great, but for him, they're just simply run-of-the-mill.
Agreed. A lot of guys in this league would be very happy with that stat line, but this guy is the real deal. He is built for more.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Devin Booker is a 20-point-per-game scorer since his second season in the league. And he knows you have to have confidence to be a great shooter. He said, know the work you've put in, trust your game. Just because you miss shots, you can't doubt yourself. They're supposed to fall, and they will if you keep shooting. Kevin?
Next shot mentality for sure. Thanks, D.A. And the foul on Jordan Bell. That's his third foul of the game. Doris, so many great open floor players in this game. Who would be the scariest player coming at you on the fast break?
Kevin, I can't limit this to just one. Are you kidding me? How would you like to have LeBron James bearing down on you at 6'8", 250-plus pounds? Or the length of Giannis Antetokounmpo, who can cover from one end of the floor in the other in 4 or 5 strides? How about if Russell Westbrook's meeting me at the cup and he can dunk on my head? Or the young, talented Donovan Mitchell? I don't want any part of any one of those guys.
What great names, and you're right. Runaway freight trains, each of them.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Knight passes to Ayton. Here's the screen. Pass to Booker. Six on the shot clock. 11 feet away. Yes, that goes in. Booker's got his third basket of the night right there.
Well, you love the lethal scoring ability off the dribble. Booker putting extraordinary pressure on the defense. 80% shooting to start the third, 4 for 5.
The Suns shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Knight dishes to Booker. Stolen by Thompson. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Klay Thompson has a reputation as a long, tenacious defender. This guy excels at realizing when to go for it.
Knight kicks to Jackson. It's stolen by Jones. Here's Bell. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his third assist on the night.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Pass to Booker. Here's the screen. Suns moving the ball around. A shot by Knight, no good.
Yeah, coming off that screen, wide open, just can't convert.
Well, I think, Greg, that's exactly what you want. The screen was solid. The execution just fell a little bit short on the shot. You know, what you love about Kevin Durant is he has established himself as a top 2 player in the NBA. But the reality is he's never forgotten where he's come from. His charity work, his commitment to the communities and to the places that have shaped him. It's really kind of cool, Kevin.
Knight passes to Warren. Knight kicks to Ayton. Can they get it? And he lays it up and in. Ayton's got 5 points in the quarter.
And padding that field goal percentage, just hard to stop Ayton when he gets the ball that deep.
And in 2013, there was a series of commercials calling Durant the nicest guy in the NBA.
Well, let's remember, Kevin, at that time he was a beloved figure in Oklahoma City. He remains tight with a number of staff members there just because of the kind of person and the kind of professional he was. What you love about Kevin Durant is he's a top 2 player in the NBA. But in terms of his charity work, he is right there as well.
The shot from the low post is good. Durant's got 15 points.
Well, I'll tell you, he's been a go-to guy for them as they've taken this lead, and he keeps coming.
Knocked loose. The Warriors, another fast break opportunity here. And it's slammed in by Jones.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, and he was so quick to break on that one. A good sign that he read the play.
A nice shot by Booker.
And they have picked it up offensively here in the second half. Ball movement, getting high percentage shots, you can definitely see a difference.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Fouled in the act of shooting. A 3-point play chance coming up. It's going to send Kevin Durant to the line. That's on Josh Jackson. Both teams deciding to change it up. The Warriors shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
Well, you're playing right into Kevin Durant's hands when you put him at the free throw line. This guy has always been terrific at the charity stripe. Boy, he's carried his share of the load tonight, Kev, but he might need to carry even more if they're going to turn this thing around.
Good work there as it goes. Durant's got 13 points in the second half.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Well, you want to slow this man's roll right now if you're the defense, because you've got to make somebody else beat you. He's cooking right now.
And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Richaun Holmes out there with Trevor Ariza. Then it's Bridges. And it's Chandler. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here. And a moment here to check out who the Golden State Warriors have coming up. On Wednesday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Washington Wizards. And then on Friday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the New York Knicks.
And for that game against the Bulls, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Well, it's the size that Livingston presents at the point guard spot that's so unique. This guy is terrific, finding the open man.
And Durant sends it back. It's good. Durant's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Holmes has a screen. And it's Durant with the rebound.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's not how you capitalize on the offensive end. You simply have to be more patient.
And that one drops for him. Golden State's gone off with a three-pointer tonight. They're a perfect 7 of 7. To the left side wing. Poked away. He kicks to House. Clock at 6. From deep, Evans. Another three for Golden State.
And really the story of the half. One team shooting it lights out. The other, the lights are just out.
Yeah, that's right. You said it. They don't find a way to switch it back on. They're in trouble.
And that was a real quick comeback there. Both sides showing some range.
But both teams are pulling the trigger right now, showing great confidence from behind that arc.
It's House outside. That shot missing.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
As basketball becomes more global, we continue to see veterans come from abroad and doors make an impact as role players in the league.
You know what I love, Kevin, is great basketball players could come from any place in the world. And obviously, general managers now have got to expand their field of vision. They've got to have international scouting. But the NBA would be a lot less rich a place if we did not have Dirk Nowitzki, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, the unicorn in New York City, Kristaps Porzingis. I don't care where players come from. All I want to know is, can they play basketball? And if they can, I want to watch them. Boy, the assist just put on time and on target. Easy shot opportunity.
To the middle, here's Chandler. The shot's good on the assist by Daniel.
Listen, percentage-wise, Chandler has forever been one of the best at finishing around the rim.
Daniels kicks to Bridges. Holmes has a screen. Off the screen, he hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Boy, excellent team basketball. Use the screen to free himself up and drill the jump shot.
And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And here's Daniels, tipped away. Here's Iguodala, and the slam dunk by Iguodala.
How about Iguodala skying for the throw down? A little throwback dunk from Andre. Go ahead.
To the inside. Here is Cook. Here's Jerebko, and it's Golden State with another.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Warriors.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Kevin Durant.
Boy, what a security blanket this guy has been on the offensive end. He made sure they didn't suffer any cold spells. And anytime the offense started to get stagnant, they could get him the basketball, and he'd get them in the right position.
Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Patrick McCall. Chandler outside. To the paint, here's Bridges. That one doesn't go. Good D by Thompson. Here's Iguodala, and it's Iguodala with the jam.
I'll tell you what, the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Oh, there's no doubt. This crowd is into it, and it's because of how well their guys have played tonight.
Suns moving the ball around, and it's Klay Thompson with the rebound. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum. And this is how you close out a game, not taking any chances.
Well, you can't have any room for error late in a game like this, so they put the finishing touches in style. I love how they closed.
And that one drops.
And it's been about that execution offensively. I mean, they have been superb.
There's no doubt. They're making all the right moves. Their chemistry tonight has been phenomenal.
The call will go against Jerebko. That is his first foul of the game. And the first one drops. That one falls, so he hits both of them. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth. Thompson outside. The three. That shot off the mark. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead, and